Achso, das ist ja
Das müsstest du sein, ja.
I want kill you. Das hat sich fast so angehört wie die verzerrte Stimme, nicht wahr?
Ja. Porter mind is now barely functioning. You hears a voice whispering to her inside her head. It is the voice of a young girl, sweet and sinister, with the cool innocence of a child. Du hättest es normal vorlesen können.
Ja, okay.
Gleefully plucking the wings of butterflies. Instead, I let you share. Okay.
Instead, I'll let you share in our happiness. We choose you. We'll love you to death.
The soft voice is a stark contrast to the unyielding strange that drives irresistible into Joe's core.
Ich glaube, du kannst drücken.
The pain is sharp and savage, greater than anything she has ever felt before. It should be unbearable, but there's no longer enough left of Joe's mind to even recognize it as pain.
Oh.
Why? She stares blankly at the thing, slithering deeper and deeper into her body. An idle thought floats through her fading consciousness.
I still haven't been kissed, have I? Ja.
Oh. Suzuki! Glaube ich zumindest, oder?
Ja, sieht ein bisschen so aus.
Suzuki, Toyota, Mazda. Weißt du, wie hier bei Scary Movie?
Ja, Scary Movie 4.
Mitsubishi. It has begun to snow by the time they pass Utsunomiya on the Tohoku Motorway. Ist auch interessant, wenn es irgendwie schneit. Das hat irgendwie so etwas von Einsamkeit. So etwas wie, irgendwie da draußen passiert etwas. Im Film zumindest.
Da draußen wird irgendwer vergewaltigt.
Saya is raping someone. Moment, wie? Nee, das geht doch gar nicht. Denkt er sich so. Ist er wie Google Street View.
Ja, ein bisschen so. Bis
I
auf
hope
die
the
Mauer.
roads
Ja,
aren't covered in snow.
Warum liest du eigentlich... Mach's
Das
doch
hat, glaube ich,
allein.
Fuminori
Das
vorgelesen.
hat Dingens gesagt.
Sicher?
Ja.
Dann liest du.
Ja. I hope the roads aren't covered in snow.
Sitting in the passenger seat, Fuminori is gazing out of the frosted window in silence. He's been in this trance-like state of almost an hour now. Taking advantage of his intonation, Koji stares unabashedly at Fuminori from the corner of his eye.
Ihr sollt lieber auf die Straße gucken.
He still doesn't understand the true meaning of the danger signals that he's been getting from Fuminori.
I will kill you, I will kill you, I will kill you.
And Saya will rape you. To death. Fuminori has stopped avoiding him, and he's even looking Koji in the eye when he talks, so why does Fuminori seem even more distant? Now when he was trying to push Koji and the others away. Wahrscheinlich denkt er sich so, oh, lecker ist. Lecker ist. Fuminori is noticeably relaxed as he stares off into space. But his gaze never wavers. It's as thought he's focused on a single definite future that he has chosen to bring about, one that has no place for the needs or wants of others. Right now, Fuminori is complete. Koji can't help but feel that beneath his blank exterior is a core of solid steel that no one can touch.
About Omi.
Koji says suddenly, as thought trying to gauge Fuminori's reaction.
It's been a week since she disappeared, and we still haven't heard from her.
I see, Fuminori replies curtly, still staring into the distance. I'm worried. What could have happened to her?
Ja, das ist...
Was denn?
Ach nee, das... Okay, rede.
Fuminori's turn is completely emotionless. As thought, Koji just asked him a question about the weather or the condition of the mountain roads near their destination.
I asked you this before, but you don't have any idea what happened to her?
No, not at all. Fuminori answers in exactly the same way that he did when Koji first questioned him, following Omi's disappearance.
It's like you don't give a damn.
It's like you're giving a giving a damn fuck about.
Ja, das erinnert mich gerade ein bisschen an das Bild von Another.
Vielleicht. That's not true. I like her breast. Finally, Fuminori shows some emotion, looking as thought he can't believe Koji could think such a thing. She disappeared on the way to my house, didn't she? Of course, I'm worried. A little bit.
A little bit.
Sudden frustration wells up inside Koji. If possible, he'd like to beat Fuminori until he reveals everything that's going on inside the head of this. Koji and Umi were lovers, and he's worried sick about her. To have his concern brushed off so coldly would be unbearable, even coming from a complete stranger, but from Fuminori, who was his best friend, it's a zwinker zwinker. Fuminori never used to be this callous. Even if Koji tried to integrate him, he'd probably never find out what changed him so completely. He's like a dick. If Fuminori were still just hiding inside the shell he erected around himself after the accident, Koji might have been able to get some answers out of him. With the sly, evilly Fuminori, however, there's nothing Koji can do. Fuminori will never reveal his true intentions, not to anyone, but to Sire. The Tentacle Monster.
Ja.
With 3 dicks.
Ja, du hattest recht. Nochmal, ist Saya eventuell ein wenig, naja, so Twitter-mäßig?
Sie kann es wahrscheinlich irgendwie tun.
Ja, stimmt.
All that's left then is for Koji to discover the truth by himself. That Fuminori is a dick.
Umi was going to talk to you about Tsukuba, you know? Oh.
Ah, du meinst das Mädchen, das gerade bei mir vergewaltigt wird im Haus?
Ach so, ja, das, ja.
Ja, kenn ich. Fuminori smiles bitterly at the mention of Tsukuba's name, perhaps feeling sympathy for the devil, for her pain. To Koji, however, it seems as thought he's coldly pitying some inferior creature of hell. About the Scuba-san, I wouldn't know what to say, to be honest. It's been hard to talk to her after what happened. Ja, ich muss ihn leicht übertönen.
Ja, du hast sehr gut übertönt.
Unbelievable. That street is so clear. Fuminori's feelings for Yo were really with ice cold when he would have rejected her when she confessed to him, but he didn't, or at least the Fuminori before the accident didn't. Once again, Koji can't help but wonder if the man who looks like his friend is really a different person who only possesses the memories of Saki-Saka Fuminori. When they get off the West Nasu Flats interchange, the snow that Koji was worried about has stopped falling. This area must already be getting a lot of snow, however, as the nearby mountains are covered in white beneath the trees. By the time they turn off the national highway and enter the mountains, road conditions are already bad enough for Koji to regret having forgotten the tire chains. Nevertheless, he continues to power his Accord up to the precarious slopes, with only a road map for a guide. In a place like this, an address alone isn't enough to pinpoint a location. The only choice is to drive down every road, including private roads that aren't even on the map, while searching for something that matches the photograph.
Is there really a vacation home in a place like this?
It's the home of a crazy doctor. It's far from prying eyes. That must be why Professor Ogai chose this place. The more he hears about Ogai, the less Koji wants to meet him. Because Ogai is a dick.
Oder ein verrückter Professor. Mad Scientist.
Mad Scientist of Death.
Death.
Fuminori is the one who spots the narrow road half hidden in the trees. It's practically an animal trail, overgrown with weeds. With wheat.
With
Crazy
wheat.
That
Yeah.
are tall and strong enough to withstand the weight of the snow.
Is this really a road?
Wollen wir das nochmal zusammenfassen?
Na, jetzt eigentlich ist er nicht
Es
so...
ist eigentlich bloß die Autofahrt, wo sie sich ein bisschen so unterhalten. Und
Ja.
es geht so um den Verdacht, was ist nur mit ihm los?
Ja. Und halt die
Aber-
Vergewaltigung war vorher noch ganz kurz.
Ja, und er hat die kurze Vergewaltigung.
Ja, diese unwichtige Vergewaltigung, die keinen interessiert, weil es ja eine Vergewaltigung ist und naja.
Warum gehen sie so leichtfertig mit Vergewaltigung?
Ja.
Naja.
Alles, was wir hier sagen, ist nicht ernst gemeint oder wenn doch, dann sagen wir das.
Ja, naja. Wie gesagt, es ist ja fiktional. Fiktional ist es, ja. War eine sehr fiktionale Szene.
Ach, du bist heute wieder witzig.
Tja.
Ja.
Okay, it's practice and blablabla.
Ja, ich hatte das schon vorgelesen, das
It's
und das
really
du kannst
road,
theoretisch
no.
schon drücken.
Koji stops the car and sticks his stick out of the window to stare into the dark forest. But he can't see where the path leads through the tightly packed trees.
Ja, wenn man einen Penis raushält, dann sieht man auch nichts. How does it look to you?
Dark.
Dog. Ja, sehr gut.
It would be dark. Fuminori hands Koji the photo, which he compares to the mountain ridges visible beyond the trees. Yeah, it's definitely your sentence.
Nein, das war deiner.
It's definitely my sentence. There's a right angle. Nee.
Stimmt, das war meiner.
It's definitely your sentence.
Ja. Yeah, it's definitely the right angle.
Let's check it out, bro.
Da steht nichts mit Bro.
Das wäre ne Bro nicht so leichtfertig.
Genau.
Fuminori's ton is as flat as always. As flat as always. As his breast. Is as flat as his breast.
Auf Saya.
As Saya's breast. But there's a quite intensity in his voice that leaves no room for argument. Koji is worried that his car's suspension won't be able to handle the terrain, but there's no turning back now, shifting into second gear. He drives down the frozen road. The sun sets early at high altitudes. As the car creeps up the mountain path, Koji catches a cold, glimpses through the trees of the gradually darkening sky. Sly, not sky.
Ja.
The forest is completely still, with no sound save for the rumble of the Accord's engine and the crackle of snow and brush being crushed beneath its tires. Fuminori is once again staring silently through the forest. The front window, meine ich, nicht the forest.
Ja, sehr schöner Wald.
It's dark. My dick cannot see the forest.
Ja.
My dick cannot see anything. Ist das komisch? In the ominous silence, Koji feels the same faint chill that he felt when standing before Ogai's suburban home. It feels wrong. As thought, some primal instinct is warning him that he is traveling deeper and deeper into a big asshole. Another word. After some time, a blocky shape suddenly appears amid the trees, standing out against the twilight skies. It's a house in the forest. It's a cabin in the woods.
Ja, genau. Das wollte ich gerade auch sagen.
Oh je. Koji turns off the car and compares the structure in front of him to the picture in his hand. A perfect match. Before he can tell Fuminori, however, his silent friend is already out of the car.
Hey.
Hey, du da, ja genau. Realizing that it's pointless to call out to him, Koji shakes his hand, grabs a Flashmob. Flashmob. Wisst ihr,
Ja.
der Flashmob ist so eine Erfindung, die ich mir mal überlegt habe. Das ist ein Mob mit einer Lampe dran,
Ja.
damit man auch im Dunkeln mobben kann.
Das ist irgendwie falsch an.
Das ist ein Werbespruch. Der Flashmob. Ein Mob mit einer Lampe dran, damit du auch im Dunkeln mobben kannst.
Wenn dann wischen und nicht mobben.
Ja, das ist ja bloß ein Wortwitz. Ein Wortwitz. Mips.
Ein Witz ohne Wort.
Ja.
Dieser Witz ist
Mobbing
ohne
ist böse.
Wort. Ja.
Also, realizing that it's pointless to call out to him, Koji shakes his hand, grabs a flashlight from the glove compartment. Okay.